No matter what was going on in Molly's life at home, she always had book club at school. Whether she's dealing with a death in the family or her parents breaking the news they want to move, she is able to read a new book and escape life, even if it is just for a little bit. But when someone anonymously notifies school boards about a controversial book in the classroom, her favorite teacher, Ms. Lewiston, is suspended and book club is banned for the immediate future. With weeks until graduation, Molly has never felt more lost. She knows she needs to do something, anything, to prove to everyone that the books they read with Ms. Lewiston are more important than the adults may realize. With her group of friends, Molly will fight to save her book club from writing their favorite author to protests on the football field. Molly will discover that standing up for what you believe in is only half the battle. But will she find she is fully ready to make a change for readers just like her? My preview is Not Another Banned Book by Dana Alison Levy. I am reading it to you via the Libby app, and I obtained the book through San Francisco Public Library. Something damp hits my bare arm seconds before I hear a gasp, followed by, "Dude, you totally hit her. Molly freaking Claremont, you might as well nail Principal Davis." Someone laughs. Nice. Extra points for hitting the OG teacher's pet. I glance down, and yes, there is a spitball, still clinging nicely to my arm hairs. I briefly close my eyes and swear on my favorite week on 2 pages planner that if high school isn't better than this, I will run away and homeschool myself on a deserted island, or in the back room of an old bookstore, or something. If people are still this moronic in high school, I can take AP, environmental science, and calculus from a cabin in the woods, right? I flick the spitball off my arm toward a group of girls without slowing my stride, ignoring the high-pitched squeals that follow. The laughter kicks up and I move faster. I'm anticipating still more DNA-covered projectiles flying through the hallway, and I want no part of it. 3 more months. That's what's left of middle school before we are finally completely out of here. I cannot wait. Kate and Mick walk toward the door to the cafeteria as I get there. I make a fake outraged face. I need thoughts and prayers. There's idiot saliva on my epidermis. I pause, my face serious. I fear it could be, Kevin. Mike freezes and his eyes go wide. Did he lick you? Because that feels like something that shouldn't happen in a safe space like Shipton Middle School. He actually makes air quotes when he says safe space. Mike is prone to quoting the school handbook, something that even I don't do. In public, anyway. Kate shudders. Ew, it's like going to school with a Labrador retriever. No, no, I rushed to explain before strange rumors started circulating. There was no tongue-to-skin contact. He spit on you? Kate was already standing, but she managed to square up so it looks like she's grown another 2 inches, which is something to see because she already towers over most of our school, except, of course, her younger brother, Alex, who's an inch taller. Gross. No, chill, I say quickly before she storms off in a righteous rage. It was a projectile. Spitball, I consider for a second. And now that we've covered licking and spitting, I got off pretty easy. We're still outside the door, the smell of cafeteria food wafting toward us. I check my wrist. 6 minutes until we're supposed to be in Ms. Lewiston's book club, or the LBC. Come on, let's grab food and get to 201, I say, leading the way into the cafeteria. This book is intense. I want to talk about what happened. The LBC meets every week in Ms. Lewiston's room to talk about books and life and whatever else people want to talk about. There are around 10 of us who come pretty regularly and other randoms who come and go. Ms. Lewiston is always clear that there aren't a lot of rules. Even if you haven't read the book, you can still come and chill. It really is Mike's, air quotes, safe space. But my friends and I are the core Lewiston book nerds. Us three, plus Theo, Jax, and Alice, always show up. I don't think I'm exaggerating when I say that the LBC is 100% totally the best part of my week. And not just because Ms. Lewiston usually has candy. We get in line talking about the book we're reading, Ghost Boys, which is about a 12-year-old kid who's shot by police when they think his toy gun is real. He narrates the book as a ghost, which is weird and sad, but also kind of cool. It's a hard book to read in a lot of ways, but Ms. Lewiston's always reminding us that we can always pick up or put down a book whenever we need to. She also says there's nothing wrong with reading a wimpy kid or an old Calvin and Hobbes comic if things feel too intense. But I want to read Ghost Boys. As sad as some parts are, I still want to keep reading. All right, readers, let's jump ahead to a breakfast scene that is more eventful than the narrator anticipated. I'm eating and scrolling social media on my phone when I get a text with today's headlines from our local newspaper. My friends make fun of me, but last year, when my parents were still mostly out of it, I needed some way to know what the heck was happening in Shipton so I wouldn't keep missing everything. From the Santa Claus parade, he arrives by Coast Guard boat in the harbor, it's pretty cute, to the local elections. What the Hello Kitty is happening? Quickly, I click the link and read the full article. I can't help myself, muttering phrases and words out loud while I read. Middle school teacher, concerned parents, controversial reading material, explicit sexual content, anti-American bias, administrative leave. Are you freaking kidding me? I fling my phone down in disgust, then quickly grab it again. Mom looks at me curiously, but I ignore her, and she doesn't ask. I fire off a text with a link to my friend group, text chain currently named Kate, You Feel the Love Tonight, after Kate made us watch Disney's The Lion King for the 70 billionth time. So let me understand this, Mike says, when we're all together outside of school. A group of parents complained about Ms. Lewiston and her books because, he looks down at his phone, because they have been informed of the inappropriate conversations in the classroom and the triggering nature of the books. He pauses and looks up. So this is saying that Ms. Lewiston's being punished with some kind of administrative leave. Predictably, he makes air quotes here. And the so-called problematic books include inappropriate violence, anti-American propaganda, and, again, the air quotes come out, explicit sexual content? I nod. The article didn't mention Ms. Lewiston by name, but it was pretty clear. How many other middle school teachers in Shipton are running a book club and left school early yesterday? So, sexual content is the weirdest one, Kate says, because we literally haven't read any books that have any of that going on. It must be Under My Skin, right? By Sheo Ralston? Mike's voice gets so high and outraged, I worry that nearby dogs will start barking. Explicit? There is exactly one kiss in that book. Literally, actually, one time in the whole book where they kiss. Ah, but it's an all-boy kiss, Alex says, and we all know that's around 600 times more sexy. He waggles his eyebrows. We all pause. As far as I know, Alex has never said he's gay, but he hasn't said he's not gay either. I wonder for a moment if it's possible for even more of the 7th grade class to have a crush on him. Then I shake the thought out of my mind. Exactly, I start. It's completely PG or G even. And this has been a preview of Not Another Banned Book.